We're discussing this morning the petition policy that's being drawn about whether or not these people who can be able to manage and regulate our freedom of worship. With us is Pastor Kabuleta, and is saying it's really not possible because worship is a freedom. It's actually in the Constitution. It is Article
29C.
29C. Freedom of worship. You can choose what you want to do, where you want to pray, as long as you're not breaking any laws like noise or
all the other
laws, the normal laws. If you're not breaking any of those, you should be fine. So before we get, and really we agree with you, that's not something that can be put in policy, guaranteed. Now, moving on to the question I asked, there are pastors, I don't know how many witches who are legit, who aren't, but let's, for purposes of argument, say some minority pastors who are taking, and I use the word fleecing because that's the word that has
stealing,
to mind.
stealing, theft,
hard and
robbing, call it cool.
And they use that because they are saying that
very annoying.
You'll be able to. And we'll give an example. We have taken you from. I've healed these people. I can heal you and everything that you're going through, all the witchcraft that's going in your family, and you can become rich tomorrow. And the only way to do it is you plant a seed here. Those people are there in Uganda, fleecing Ugandans. Without policy, and I'm not saying policy is the solution, but if policy isn't the solution, how do we mitigate such people from this continuous bad habit?
Now the thing is that if the issues that are being raised, like finances, tithing, seed and what, are issues of doctrine and interpretation of the Bible, you dare not touch that, because that is not for government to touch. But then there is, I will answer the question, how do you root out the bad apples from the good ones? Now I will just give you an answer which Jesus gave. He says, a man came and planted wheat in his garden, and while he slept, somebody came and planted tares, which is some bad thing in the same garden. An enemy came and planted tares in the same garden. Then the workers came and told the the owner of the garden that, now what do? Somebody came and planted tares. Do we root out the tares now? He says, no, do not root them out, because in less rooting out the tares, you actually pull out some of the wheat, some of the good wheat. Then he says that you leave them grow together. Then at the end of the day, the Father himself will come and separate the good from the bad. Now, government is not God to separate the good from the bad. You understand? As long as no law is being broken. Jesus himself said that is going to be done by him at the end of days. And we do not want somebody to come and presume, because they think some father or some reverend or canon and whatever, because they think they are Jesus, trying to play Jesus or trying to play God by trying to root out the good from the bad. That is not their place. We all agree there is the bad. And the bad have people following them, and some of the people following them are these top politicians. Let me tell you, we had here speak of Parliament carrying television cameras to go to a witch doctor's shrine. And
to thank her judges
for being elected speaker. The judges were not in Parliament electing; it was MPs who elected her.
Was but that second?
No, it was not.
That was Kadaga.
Yes.
Oh,
now,
sure.
Yeah. Now the thing is, how? So what are you going to legislate against? Kadaga is not supposed to. And the point is, issues of faith. I'm telling you, there are people who walked from Arua to Namugongo, and some of them died. 5 people died. So are you going to legislate that certain people are not supposed to walk, or it's wrong to walk? Some people are still stranded there. They don't have transport back, having walked too. And they are being housed there and all that. But these are issues of faith. Nobody has the right to tell somebody don't walk to go to Namugongo. Am I going to walk? No, not even 2 kilometers, because I don't believe in that. But there are people who do, and I absolutely respect their right to do. Now, they should respect mine to believe the way I believe. Everybody has the right to believe the way he believes. They are controversy. I mean,
so your long and short from what, to answer my question, you have said that those people who take themselves to those rogue bad apples shall resolve. That's their business.
That
if they are being fleeced, that's their nonsense.
Try to help
no one should try
no,
to
but
help them.
both have to blame. Do not blame those that are being fleeced. Blame also the fleecers.
Yeah, but what Kabuleta is
because
saying,
the fleecer goes there with a guilty mind. He goes there knowing that he's going to fleece.
That's why it's a bad apple.
That should be the person to
how do you stop
it?
How do you stop it when the people who are going there take themselves there? That's what he's saying.
Yes, and they are mature people of a sound mind. Some of them very educated people. What do you do when the whole Speaker of Parliament goes to? I think that's absolute rubbish. But she went there and she's a Speaker of Parliament.
Education ends in class.
Now that's the That's if people are going there who are of sound mind and are using us, are giving their money willingly, nobody is forcing them.
You should leave them alone.
You should leave them alone. People have a right because
Your question has been answered.
because unless you helped me earn my money, do not tell me that I should not give it to a pastor. Because were you there when I was earning it?
And for whatever reason, the pastor said I give it.
No, if Kabuleta is a sound-minded person, and you know I am, and I choose to give my money somewhere, how can you tell me not to? I mean, what right have you?
If people like Kabuleta will defend these pastors,
No,
the pastors are really going to rob us.
I'm not defending
We're in
every
trouble.
pastor. I'm defending people's right to believe the way they believe. And now you do not have a right, or neither do I, to impose on people what is right and what is wrong. And those pastors whom you're calling wrong and might be wrong have followers, and those followers are people of sound mind. So let them discover that is wrong, and they will find the right of themselves. You do not have the right to tell them this is wrong, this is right as government.
Okay.
This is what we are saying.
We wind this up in just a moment.